How's it going, everyone? I'm Daniel Rodriguez. It's time to review another movie. This time it is the first comic book movie for 2016. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Ed Skrein, T.J. Miller, Rana Bachra, and a few other actors and actresses. Directed by Tim Miller's first directorial debut. It has an estimated budget of $58 million, man. The Merc with a Mouth himself, Deadpool, has finally arrived in theaters everywhere, man. Some places are banned. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing, but it's a good thing, man. It means we're a little saucy, superhero rated R up in this biatch. So it's going to be crazy. Very happy, man. Ryan Reynolds is fantastic. Let's get on to this. It's a non-spoiler review. I ain't going to spoil nothing in here. I'm just going to give you the pros, give you the cons, give you my final score, tell you what I thought about this. I saw this at the midnight screening, 7 o'clock, so earlier than midnight. And then I saw this again. So I've seen this movie a total of 2 times as of the first day, February 12th. My mom's birthday, so I've seen it 2 times, February 11th and February 12th. Probably planning on seeing it one more time throughout its theater run, but I've already seen it 2 times, so I think I'm got the gist of it, man, for sure. So here we go. Spoiler review is coming on later this week, or either before February ends. Crazy, man. Here we go. Pros, cons, final score. Tell you whether or not you should go check this out in theaters, or if you haven't. And you're watching this way down the road for some reason. Doubt it, but if you're watching it, I'll tell you whether or not you should rent it or not. Rent it. Anyway, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my non-spoiler review for Deadpool. Time to cook the motherfucking chimichangas. Alright, first things first, man. Deadpool himself, man. Ryan Reynolds, Wade Wilson. He is Wade Wilson, man. I can only see him as Wade Wilson now in anything when he does some wisecracking jokes, man. Pretty crazy. First off, the way Deadpool's suit is... The way it's just so designed. The way that it's so perfect and crisp and clean and so beautiful. Almost like I want a costume itself, but they only sell like the cheap $50 rubbish kind of horrible Deadpool suits, man. This is a real prestige Deadpool suit, man. I love the way it looks. I love the way it moves. It's flexible. It looks fun. I mean, Ryan Reynolds gets to keep that suit, man. That's pretty amazing, I gotta say. And also, just Ryan Reynolds himself, man, as Wade Wilson. He's funny. He's hilarious. He definitely has a dramatic side to him, because there is a dramatic point in here. I won't say when. But there's drama to Wade Wilson, there's love to Wade Wilson, and there's comedy to Wade Wilson. You got 3 main factors of life. You need your drama, you need your love in there, and you also need your comedy. Comedy cures everything. Comedy cures sadness, man. So Wade Wilson is definitely not a guy to mess around with. He will fuck you up. But definitely, for sure, I think Ryan Reynolds just knocked out of the ballpark. Every time he was in Deadpool's, he got everything down so right, man. He's like, bad Deadpool. Boom. 6. Good Deadpool. Like, he just talking to himself and everything. It's just so crazy. That's what I love about him so much, man. The music in here is awesome. They need to put a soundtrack out for this, man. I mean, they had some, Chicago Wham. They had a lot of different music in here, man. I love that they just keep it just like that. It doesn't have to be an original sort of score almost. It just could be different type of music. And definitely they had 80s music in there. They had different type. Shoop, So they had different, 90s music. So, I mean, they definitely had a variety of different sort of music, especially at the end. And the opening music song, I mean, Deadpool has it. He has his playlist ready out already. So I gotta say, the music is enjoyable. It makes you laugh, kind of makes you feel the emotion at the same time towards the end. So the music in Deadpool, whoever picked it, whoever wrote it down and said we're gonna put this here, we're gonna put that there, you're a genius. And I'm gonna tell you the obvious pro. It's funny. The jokes are funny. Wade Wilson's funny. Hell, Colossus is funny in here. T.J. Miller as Weasel, he's funny in here. Ajax is funny sometimes. A lot of these characters are funny. Even the credits are funny. The music's funny. The set pieces sometimes are funny. I mean, everything about this movie is funny in the right ways. The villains in here, everything the way it was done, I will say, is just fantastic. It's different because it's not like your Avengers. It's not like your Ant-Man, your Fantastic Four. It's not like your Batman or Man of Steel. You know what I mean? It's a different sort of way that they made it different. Just the humor, man. I don't want to give anything away. I can't give stuff away, man. I don't want to for those who haven't seen it yet. But it's hilarious. Everything you want in Deadpool and more is right here. And that's where I lead to the next three characters. Colossus, man. We finally get the Colossus we always wanted, dude. Holy crap. He's CGI the whole entire time. That was fantastic. I love his look. His metal actually moves around like actual skin in a sort of way. Like, it'll like vibrate and everything. Seeing his arms, because since I've seen it 2 times, I kind of paid attention to more detail. And like the way that they put all that detail into Colossus and every line and every little dent. I mean, literally, it's very well detailed. After that, Ajax, played by Ed Skrein, man, awesome. I love the way his character's played. Just another British villain, which was what they were making fun of. It's like just another British villain sort of thing, and you know, we can make you into a super slave. I love the way that Ed Skrein, not a good actor. He's alright. I mean, he was okay in The Transporter. He's not a great actor. I'm not afraid to say that. He's not good. I mean, yeah, but was he enjoyable in this movie? Oh yeah, this is one of his better, like, on his list, that the way he was a villain, he was a weak villain. But the way that he was portrayed as a psychopath, a sociopath, you got chills when he was giving a speech to Wade Wilson during the movie. You got chills the way that he was looking at him, the way that he was talking, just everything about it, man. Ajax. Just think about the name Ajax. God, when you hear it in the movie, you're gonna laugh. But Ajax, man, the character Ed Skrein, or the actor Ed Skrein, fantastic job. Also, the actor who played Colossus, don't know your name, man, or the voice of Colossus, awesome. Both great. And the third person, other than Angel Dust, really good. Angel Dust did awesome. You know, she was cool. I'll get a little bit more in that in a little bit. But Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Wow. They weren't shown that much, honestly. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, I thought she was cute. I thought that she was fun in there. I thought she had some cool things. She was like a teenager. And she had a few cool things, man. There, you know, Colossus and her are part of the X-Men. You know, the mansion and everything, and the Xavier for the, you know, the mutants for the gifted, school for the gifted and everything. I love her, man. I love the way that she used her powers. I love the effects. I mean, the effects in here weren't that bad. A lot of people were either saying, like, oh, some of the effects are died down a little bit. For what they did in the effects, I wasn't expecting. I mean, this is a $58 million budget. It's not like the effects need to be super wide, blowing Man of Steel, buildings falling down everywhere. Now, there's chaos in this movie, but it doesn't need to be freaking boom, boom, explosion, Michael Bay, Transformers everywhere. The whole city of New York is destroyed, and the tsunami comes and takes over, and then they go to Hollywood, and then they blow it up even more. It's not that type of explosions movie. It definitely keeps it to a minimal size until the ending. But Negasonic Teenage Warhead and the way she used her powers, very clever. I kind of wish she used it a little bit more. I'll get to my spoiler review later when I do that. But I love the way her character was used for sure. Like I said, the effects for Colossus, for different things, man. The way it was used, all the effects were put down well, man. So for sure, those were fun. Angel Dust as well. Her power, you know, the super strength and everything. I like that as well. I think she was really cool, as well as her fight with Colossus. Amazing. The action choreography in here is awesome. I really do enjoy the sword play, the gun play, a bunch more little things that go on, little Easter eggs here and there. So I will say the action choreography was very well done. I think Ryan Reynolds, some stunts were real, some stunts were obviously other people. But I will say that what Deadpool did and the stunts and everything, that was really, really cool, man. I just super jumps and everything. Not like Daredevil, Ben Affleck when he goes, not like that. But, you know what I mean, man. You know how Deadpool is. Captain Deadpool. No. Tim Miller directing, man. I thought the directing, I was looking at it, man, frame by frame when I was sitting down there. I was kind of paying attention to how the frame was. Obviously, he's not the cinematographer, but how he envisioned it and how he, you know, what Tim Miller was thinking. When was this the second unit? Was this first unit? Where was Tim Miller at? He was obviously here when Ryan Reynolds filming. Maybe he wasn't here for this. I'm just thinking in depth, that sort of thing. Like, where was Tim Miller at this time? Was he here? Okay. I mean, how did he approach that? You know, what did he do? okay. I mean, there's obviously stuff cut out. I've seen stuff in different trailers. Obviously, it's safe for bloopers or other things, so they obviously made many more different scenes. So what they ended up making towards the end was practically what we got for Deadpool, which was a really great movie. So the directing, I think Tim Miller was a fantastic guy to pick. And for our first directorial debut, I want to see Tim Miller return for Deadpool 2. And the makeup for Wade Wilson, his disfigured face, his disfigured look, the way that they ended up showing us that, and ended up showing us more when he was uncovered and everything. I thought they made it look just like the comics, man, just the way it did. His ugly mug, man. I thought it made it was very uncomfortable, very bad looking, which is a good thing, man. I really like the way that they ended up doing it, so kudos to the makeup, division and everything for making them look pretty shitty, scary, and unfuckable. And one last thing, the X-Men connection, man. I love how we have Colossus, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, like I said. They are the X-Men connection there, man. Will we see Deadpool ever meet Professor X, McAvoy, or Stewart? I don't know. I mean, just keep your two fingers together, man. We may see it, we may not. Probably within the next 5-6 years, maybe. But that X-Men connection that we know that they're sort of in the X-Men universe, which is really cool. And then T.J. Miller as Weasel. He wasn't shown a lot. I was very disappointed by that. That's one of the cons. I'll get to that in a second. But T.J. Miller, I think he and him improvising with Ryan Reynolds was so fantastic as well. So T.J. Miller he's a funny man. I've seen a lot of stand-up comedy. I always go to YouTube and I watch his stand-up comedy. He's funny as fuck. He's one of my favorite stand-up comedians, honestly. He's so talented. I haven't seen Silicon Valley yet, but if you haven't seen it, watch the Season 2 trailer. Very funny. Very funny. So T.J. Miller in here, perfect choice to play Weasel. And basically there's one big con, and it kind of includes all these characters. They didn't show Negasonic Teenage Warhead much. They didn't show Colossus much. They didn't show Blind Owl much. They didn't show Vanessa much. You know what I mean? They didn't show much. Like, it's all about Deadpool, of course. Give us as much Deadpool as we can. Before he turns into Deadpool and after he turns into Deadpool. I'm fine with either both. Give us something, man, of Wade Wilson. That was fine. But when you have Colossus, and he's kicking ass, he's amazing, he has a Russian accent, he's there, you ready, yeah, fight for Mother Russia. And then he's only there for maybe 2-3 scenes at most. It's kind of like, which is not bad. I'm happy that they used them, I'm happy, and whatever we got, we're good. I'm good, okay, I'm good. I'm not trying to say like, whatever we got, I'm fine with. But I'm just saying that's the one thing that kind of I walked out like, I wish they could have used them more. I wish they could have used Negasonic Teenage Warhead more. I wish they could have used Ajax a little bit more. I wish they could have actually done a little bit more of these characters. I wish they could have thrown them out more. I wish Blind Owl could have actually done something instead of just, she's blind, but I wish she could have done a little bit more than just sitting there and being blind. I wish she could have done other things. Not literally, actually, I know. But Weasel is barely in there too. He's just either at the bar or he's there. I wish he could have actually been shown a little bit more. He could have even appeared at the end, but he doesn't. It's kind of like T.J. Miller was there on set for a week and then he's like, bye-bye, I'm done. I filmed it. Like, that sort of thing. Like, it's kind of like fast filmed and everything. So they've only filmed this for like 2 months, 3 months or something like that, and then they did reshoots. So I'm just saying, like, I really wish they kind of did, sort of more of these characters. But that's always saved for a sequel. I'm assuming Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Colossus will return for the sequel, and maybe a few other X-Men. So tell Beast to stop shitting on my lawn. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end up giving Deadpool a 9.1 out of a 10, man. Holy crap, it's an A-. Is it worth watching in theaters? Hell yes, man. Fucking get the chimichangas ready. Let's get ready, man. Grab your unicorn, grab your lotion, grab your napkins, get ready to fondle your wandle, and let's get ready, man, for fucking Deadpool. Oh my god, there's a soundtrack in here that's like, Deadpool, X gonna give it to you. You're gonna love it, man. If you've already seen it, I loved it, man. I loved it. I'm sorry that I'm sweating, I have a fever of 101. I just did 3 reviews right now. I'm not feeling good, but I'm doing this for you guys. I'm pretty sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm not really that well. So I'm sorry that I'm really down or I'm doing stupid things. But for Deadpool, that's all I gotta say is this is 9.1 out of 10. It's great. It's amazing. It's not a masterpiece. It's not the best superhero movie ever made. It's definitely on my top 5 or top 3. But it is. We got what we wanted, even more. Ryan Reynolds is Wade Wilson is Deadpool. I cannot be. He did it, man. He freaking outdid it, man. He outdid himself. I think he did a fantastic job. Tim Miller, the whole cast, crew, everyone who worked on it, man, thank you for bringing it to us. I'll be seeing you guys more in depth. Hopefully I'll be feeling better once I do the spoiler review. That'll probably be more than 30 minutes and going in depth. I'll have David around with me, and we'll be doing that in a few weeks. Maybe this week. I don't know. Gotta get that cat in here. Thank you guys so much. If you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate that. And like my Facebook page down below if you want to. I'll be seeing you guys for more YouTube movie reviews later. Like we're talking about, talking about The Witch, Eddie the Eagle, 999. Much, much more, man. Not YouTube movies, but regular movies weekly. So thank you. Zoolander 2, How to Be Single, all that coming up. God bless. Remember, go see it, man. Buy this on Blu-ray. I'm going to buy this day one, man. I think it's a great start to the superhero movie year. And everything's fine except just having the characters a little bit more. I would have liked that a little bit more. Other than that, we're fine. Deadpool is a success. Oh, God. You look like that Fantastic Four movie. Exactly.